Now, first of all, you were born where?
Scranton.
Scranton?
Hyde Park.
When was that? What was the date and the year?
September 30th, 1908.
1908. Now, were you had brothers and sisters?
Oh, I had four brothers.
Four brothers? The older, younger?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest?
Yeah.
So Frank was the oldest?
Yeah.
Then it was what?
Stanley.
Stanley?
No. Frank. Joe.
Frank, Joe, Stanley, Tony?
Stanley, Tony.
Uh-huh. And who else?
Henry.
Henry?
Yeah.
What happened to Henry?
Henry had swallowed a jack. You know what a jack
Ball
is?
and jacks?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I went home. He suffered. No, Henry died from pneumonia.
Uh-huh. Had nothing to do with the jack then.
He was 1 day short of 16.
So he was 16 when he died, 15.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's 1 day short of 16, so he was 60 really.
Uh-huh.
And I had one older sister,
What was her name?
Mary.
What happened to her?
She died.
When?
Oh, about 1980.
Huh. What did she die of? Just got old.
Old age, I guess.
Where was she living? I don't remember her.
We had a home. We lived in West Oak Street.
Uh-huh.
Dad had a couple of homes on Dartmouth Street, and he had 2 homes. He has 4 homes.
So he owned them and various members of the family lived in them?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of them are still up there, right?
They're all. Only one of them I have is nieces.
Uh-huh. That still live up.
A niece and her husband, and how many children she has, I don't know.
Now, Joe's still alive, right?
He called me, he and Mary are in Torrington, Connecticut.
Uh-huh.
They call me twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
And they come here, they've been here twice.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 4 months they've been here twice.
And Tony died
Tony died in Philadelphia
just a couple years ago.
2 years ago.
And let's see, that takes care of... Oh, Stanley. How did Stanley die?
Stanley was not merchant marines, but what the heck do they call that?
Reserve?
No, he was on ships.
Okay, Navy?
No, it wasn't Navy.
Marine?
Was it no?
Naval Reserve?
Was a reserve.
Coast Guard or something like that?
Yeah, one of these 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he didn't die there, though, did he?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
From a heart attack, or?
He died from drinking something on him. And it was supposed to be water, and it was poisonous.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How old was he when he died?
Let's see. I was, we went 46, 38. Stanley was about 30 years old.
Really? Young man then?
30, yeah.
Now, you were born in 1908. Your mother and father, they were from Poland?
Yeah.
When did they come over? Do you remember?
1906, or just around the turn of the century.
Around 98, 99, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. They were both born in Poland.
Yeah.
What was your father's name?
Stanley.
Stanley Swienckowski? And your mother's name?
Amelia Konopka. Konopka.
Uh-huh. What did they do when they came over? What kind of work? They came straight over?
Mom's brother was he lived 2 blocks away from us.
Oh, okay.
And he advertised, or he engaged Mom and my dad.
Uh-huh.
He let him be he acquainted the two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was she over in Poland at the time?
No.
So they were both here in this country?
Yeah.
And then they got married in this country?
Yeah. The roof come down on my dad, 1906, in the coal mines.
Uh-huh.
And Dad never went back to the coal mines.
Uh-huh.
He, parish priest, lived about a block away from his home, and he had to get permission from the parish. The priest had to go as a witness or so, whatever is required to get a license for a saloon.
Oh, I
He
see.
got Dad at the saloon.
I see.
Then Dad died. He had a ruptured appendix
Oh.
in 32.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So your parents operated a tavern?
Yeah.
A bar? What was the name of it?
It was a neighborhood bar.
Just a neighborhood bar?
They didn't date.
You remember where it was?
Yeah, where we lived. Big home, West Slocum.
Locust Street?
Yeah.
In Scranton.
There's a 12-room home. 12 rooms.
Yeah. Big place.
One side was saloon, and the side room, we had a saloon and one big room, and then a side room. Each room, we had 3 bedrooms, 6 bedrooms, and there were 6 rooms on the first floor, and 6 on the second floor.
Huh. So it was a big place.
Well, it was a big place, yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we rented 3 rooms to a family.
Huh.
It had two little girls, and we occupied the rest of the home.
So what kind of a kid were you when you were growing up?
What kind of a kid was
Yeah.
I? The average kid.
Yeah?
I was the only one in that neighborhood, in that one block, 2 blocks, that went to school, high school.
Oh, really? What did the other kids do?
They quit. Got a job.
They work in the coal mines, or?
Well, picking slate.
Uh-huh.
For,
Why did you go to school?
well, my parents wanted me to.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they want you to do?
Take a pharmacy.
Why pharmacy?
I don't know.
They thought it was just a good profession?
I imagine.
So it wasn't your idea to take up pharmacy, it was their idea?
No, I worked in a drugstore
Oh, you did?
while I went to school, high school.
I thought you also worked in the tavern, too.
That was my dad. Well, don't forget, I graduated high school. I took up a commercial course, graduated in 68, at the age of 16.
Uh-huh.
Then I decided to take 2 more years high school.
Uh-huh.
The other course was only 2 years.
Uh-huh.
For a business course, they call it, like typing and shorthand. Well, I worked, I believe, a week as they called it a stenographer.
Uh-huh. But it wasn't that?
Oh, well, it was. At that time, men didn't do it, girls did it.
This is like a secretary then?
Yeah.
Where'd you work?
And it was the automobile show, place.
And you only did that for a week?
Week.
And then what happened?
I went back to school
Oh, yeah?
and got my 4 years in. Then I went to Temple, graduated. I was 18.
So why did you decide to go to Temple?
Pharmacy.
And were you the first one in the family to really leave?
Yeah.
And to go? So now, did you live down at Temple then for those 4 years, or did you come back in summers?
No. I lived in Philadelphia 4 years.
Uh-huh.
Two of them were in private homes. 2 years, my 2 years, and one, I guess a year in the frat house, fraternity house, and I worked there till 19. From June till January, June of 1930, 1930 till January 1932.
Now, what was living in Philadelphia like at that time? A lot different than today, I guess.
They took advantage of us, of the students,
What do you mean?
the landlords.
Oh.
The homes were cheap then. Them days you could buy a home for $5,000-$6,000 and turn it into a flat house or a boarding house or a rooming house. And the people didn't have to go to work. You got enough tuition money. I mean,
Right. Rent money.
Rent money out of the students, and it was mostly boys. At that time, 90%, 90% were men.
Men.
Now it's 50-50.
So you got your degree at Temple,
Yeah.
and then what?
I was managing a store at 16. Our first job was, well, I worked in the drugstores while I worked at school. But after I graduated and got my passed my state boards, I got a job as with a chain, Media Drug, Broad and Columbia, Columbia.
Down in Philly.
Right across the street from Temple University.
Okay.
Then I got a job as manager of the same one in 16th Market. Now 16th Market was the, what would call it, the elite place in Philadelphia. And you had stage shows. There was a movie house.
Oh,
right
yeah?
Right next door.
So it was a fun
Fox.
place to work.
Fox, yeah.
Did you have
And
big
used to-
stars coming in there?
Huh?
Did you have big stars coming in there?
Oh, yeah.
Who'd you see?
Oh, and big band players.
Uh-huh.
At that time, you had Paul Whiteman. You had, I forget some of the names. It's 60, 70 years ago.
You like that kind of music, though? You were into that?
Oh yeah, classical. It was mostly classical music. And they would go. You would have to go sometimes wait an hour and a half, 2 hours to get into a movie house. And Market Street was very, very, very. It was like Broadway, New York.
Yeah. Hopping in.
Yeah. All the good shows were on Market Street. Market and stage shows are on Chestnut Street. But you had a stage show and a movie, stage and a movie on them days.
For one ticket.
One ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went in for 2.5, 3 hours.
Huh.
Got entertainment.
Now, you were at 16th and Market then for how long?
Till I was stopping. My father told me about this job in Reading. And they wanted, it was the cut rate store. They wanted to make a pharmacy.
Oh, I see.
And they had, they were doing a good business in them days. The inventory in them days was $80,000. That was a lot of money in the 30s. It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And pharmacists were getting $25 a week. Some worked for $15 a week. Now they get $15, $25 an hour.
Yeah.
They get $30 an hour. And some places pay as high as $30 an hour.
Yeah. So now this guy told you about this job in Reading?
Yeah, and I got up on the train and got the job.
So you moved to Reading?
And in 1940, I bought a store, Mountain Pharmacy, in McDonough's in 44. And I became partners on them two stores. And in 48, I bought the entire business where I was at, Kennedy's. It was right next to Pomeroy's department store.
Where was that?
6th and Penn.
6th and Penn.
Yeah.
So now in 40, you say you bought your first store in 40?
I was still managing this place on Kennedy's.
Okay.
When I opened a pharmacy there. And then I bought the Mount Penn Pharmacy in 1940.
So you bought the Malpen Pharmacy in 40.
Yeah, but at Kennedy's, I registered that place in 32. My partner, who is now the owner at that time, well, lived in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's Kennedy.
Kennedy,
Yeah.
so he died in 48. Then I bought the partnership in one store I had already. I was owner, and I bought the other 50% from his two sons.
Mm-hmm. Now, when we started living in Reading, and when I went up and I saw your house, the house that you used to own up on the hill,
Yeah.
I couldn't understand how a man who was a pharmacist could afford a house like that.
Well, I got in the stock market,
Uh-huh.
and I bought. He was in stocks.
Kennedy was.
Yeah. He was a graduate of Yale,
Mm-hmm.
and give you an idea what kind of a guy he is. A guy that owns Tampax
Uh-huh.
offered me 50% of stock
Mhm.
for $25,000, and that was 1935. And I want to tell you something: $25,000 is $250,000 today,
Mm-hmm.
easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought some shares, 200 shares. Then I got 3-for-1 split-ups.
Mm-hmm. So you had 600.
Then they came along, 3-for-1 split-ups again. I had 1,980 shares. And stock was around $30 a share in them days.
So was this like overnight that this happened? Was it very quickly that you came?
During the war, I bought stock in 40.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out of the stock market in 48. But I bought this home, and I paid $35,000 for it. Today, I sold that home. I bought it in 48. In 61, I sold it for $36,500. A couple of years later, the undertaker that bought it from me, sold it for $140,000. Today you can get it's about $250,000.
Yeah.
At least.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a couple acres, and it had a 3-car garage, and a 3-car garage.
It was big.
Big.
And where did you meet your wife?
In
When, do you remember?
1930. Oh, I met her in Philadelphia.
Really?
Yeah. It was.
Before you moved to Reading?
Yeah, I had a date with a girl that she roomed with,
Oh.
and I met her just. A roommate introduced me to her, and just before Jean and I. And then I met her in Reading.
Later.
Yeah. Mrs. Gorman, the undertaker's wife,
Mm-hmm.
she said, "Here's a Franklin's." But Jean said, "Where?"
Oh, it didn't recognize you, huh?
She bumped into me
She didn't recognize you.
on the street.
Yeah.
No, in the store.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the doorway. It was nice and warm, but I was in the doorway. And we courted about four months.
4 months. And then you popped the question?
In 1935, I got married.
1935.
Yeah. See, I was in Reading a couple of years before she
Uh-huh.
came around.
And she was from a farm in...
No. Her dad had a bakery
Oh, yeah.
and 4 sons and 4 or 5 bakers in the city. Then they moved out in Lorraine, which is out the Philadelphia Highway. And each boy had a truck, and each one had a route. And the 4 of them were in the service in 1940. That's the story there.
So there was nobody to do it then.
No. He sold then he sold his home. He was a bad manager. He lived with Gene and I for a while.
Mhm.
And it was on up in the hill, then the next home we're at now.
Mhm.
And he died. That's the story.
Now, when you were a pharmacist, Reading, as I understand it, was a pretty hopping town. Pretty
It
hot.
was. It was. Open one evening a week. From instead of most of
Instead of closing early.
5 o'clock,
Mhm.
they'd work till 9.
Mhm.
And no other store was open in the evening. About once a week.
And what happened? What happened on those nights that you're open late?
Oh, people! I always loved it town.
Mhm.
People used to walk the street. You know what? Now you can see people, now it's that.
Yeah.
They these chain stores and a lot of department stores open every night a week.
Now, I remember hearing a story about what was the name of the madam that had the brothel down in Reading? Mary?
Mary.
What was her name?
Uh,
She had a name. She had a nickname. I forget her nickname. Wasn't she a customer of yours?
yeah.
What did she come in for?
A gross.
A gross?
Every year. I mean, twice a year.
A gross of what?
Sanitubes.
Condoms.
No, sanitubes.
What are they?
With the anointment with a little mercury in it.
Oh. Those are for her girls.
Right for the penis.
Huh. I'm not familiar with those. Do they still make those?
Oh God. You know,
There it is. Oh, you're
Yeah, I'm
doing this.
videotaping. We're almost done. So, Mary was one of your customers. I'm not familiar with that.
Mary Gruber.
Mary Gruber, that's it. That's it. She was a hero in Reading, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, she was very. At Christmas time, she would buy 100 toys. And give them to the kids in the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knew Mary Gruber. And the police knew that she was there.
Mhm.
She had about maybe a dozen girls.
Mhm.
Nice home, clean, very clean.
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, that was a cleanliness was next to godliness in that place.
When your parents had the tavern in Scranton, how did they get through Prohibition?
Well, Prohibition came in 1932.
Your father was dead by this time.
He just died.
Just died.
Yeah.
But
Well, that closed up.
your mother closed up the
Yeah.
tavern during
Yeah.
Prohibition? Okay.
She maybe, well, she ran it for about a year. Or he ran it for about a year. See, Prohibition was came in during Roosevelt's term of office as president. And no, Roosevelt, yeah, so it was lasted a couple of, in the 26, I believe it came. Roosevelt.
Well, he was there for a long time, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, from 1908 to 1932.
So your parents, they closed. It was closed up then during Prohibition.
Closed up.
Okay. And when you came into this money, you did a lot of traveling, didn't you?
Well, I went to California. I
Yeah.
went to Havana, Pinehurst, Carolina for the golf every year for 20.
What was Havana like?
I mean, he was there all early.
Castro?
Yeah.
This was in what year? 1950?
1940s. Late 40s.
Late 40s? But it was a big gambling place, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Havana.
Nice place?
Havana. On one side of the street was Poor People's Cemetery.
Uh-huh.
Across the street was mausoleums and stuff. Beautiful. 2 cemeteries. One for the very poor, one for the very rich.
What was California like when you went out
Oh, in
there?
San Diego?
San Diego?
Gene's brother's still there.
Uh-huh. What do you remember of it?
San Diego.
Yeah.
San Diego, we were on the strip every day, and we were out there for about 2 to 4 weeks. And 2 weeks, rather, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to go on the strip, the Sunset Boulevard.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you went to San Diego, not that way. You went to Havana, down in North Carolina.
Cuba,
South
Florida,
Carolina.
Florida. I went down to Florida. I was
Uh-huh.
in Florida.
When was that?
1940, Florida, 1946, 46.
You did a lot of traveling.
Yeah, because at that time, I had over $100,000 in the stock market.
Uh-huh.
My stock over that much.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, after the war, they took a dive.
Did they?
And that's the reason why I bought this home.
Mm-hmm.
Cash, Linda.
Huh? 'Cause
Cash.
I want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, my family lived well.
Yeah.
They lived well.
Yeah, you can tell by just looking at the films, you know. Oh, you did pretty well. So you got 4 kids, right?
Yeah.
Frankie, Johnny,
Susie,
Jeannie, Susie.
and they're all 4 of them both scattered. One is in Kentucky, one is in Marshall Islands,
Yeah.
and one is in Bethlehem, one is in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
The surgeon is in Michigan. The druggist is right here, your daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And your 2 aunts are one in Kentucky, one in Marshall Islands.
When they were growing, did it surprise you how they turned out? I mean, were any of them surprising?
I'll tell you, it's not a case of surprising. It's a case of advancing. As we, year after year, a pharmacist was getting $15 to $25 a week. Now he gets $25 an hour. That's quite a difference. The average pharmacist today, your daddy was making $40,000 a week when he quit pharmacy 2 years ago.
$40,000 a week, you said?
I mean, $40,000 a year.
A year, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And now they're getting, that's the average pharmacist today.
Yeah.
$40,000. Yeah. And they're making real money. In my day, it was hard. I mean, today you could take one sale of $100, $150. Them days, in the 30s, if you took that $150, you're worth. I mean, you were.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the first car you ever had?
Yeah.
What was it?
My daddy died in 32.
Mm-hmm.
He had a Peerless. It cost $5,000 in 26.
It's a lot of money.
In 26?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. The first car they had was a Page. Then the second car was a Peerless. It was made in Philadelphia, bought in Philadelphia. They went to Philadelphia and bought it. And I had a Studebaker. I paid $50 for it, I think. And my mother said, "You want the Peerless? You can have it." So I took the. Oh. No, it wasn't the Peerless she gave me.
You had a car before that? Or?
He had a Peerless, and she had they traded Peerless. They had a couple of years, and he had a new Buick. And the Buick was a good car in the days. It was, but it was much cheaper than the cars were expensive in the 20s and the 30s. But today, I bought my first car I got here in town. I mean, first Cadillac I bought for Mom was $2,600. And she cried like a baby when I traded it in a couple of years later for a hot car.
Why?
Oh, it was a couple of years old.
Uh-huh.
And I bought two cars. Listen to this: $1,600 I paid for a Pontiac a coupe, and $2,600 for a Cadillac. That was $4,200, and I got $1,000 for a car that I paid $1,200 for, and I've had a couple of years. So I paid $3,200 for two cars. Same car today, same two cars today would cost you close to $60,000. Caddy cost you around $35,000, and $25,000 for Pontiac.
So now you're,
Now I'm
let's see,
going to be 82 now.
82. 82. Does that surprise you? Your last-
Yeah.
Now you had, last year you had a lot of problems with this. What was it, cancer?
Cancer.
But you have no problems with it now?
Well, I'm going on 28 for colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy or something like that?
Colonoscopy. I'll be in there for about 5 hours. That's it.
But you feel, how do you feel?
Yes and no.
I'm not gonna go with you.
Depends on the day?
You know what?
Some days you feel good, some days you don't?
Well, I like to stay at home a lot. Matter of fact, I don't go out. One evening, I've been out 3 times or 4 times in the evenings, playing cards, play gin, play pinochle at the club. Outside of that, I'm grateful. I'm very thankful to God I brought down here.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Thanks.